Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is HowFast. This week we're going to start doing a little bit of maintenance on Judy, which I had mentioned a couple weeks ago. There's an exhaust leak that we tried to fix and just really hasn't worked, so I think we're going to do something drastic to try and fix it. It heats up the floorboard so much that it makes anything you put down there just piping hot. So we're going to fix that. It's going to be another couple weeks probably before we actually see the wheel studs in and we can get Dodgey down on all fours. But I got good news. Guess who's back from her safety? Louise. That's right. Louise is now back from her safety. She's all done, ready to go. So we're going to get her plated here in the next week. And then we can start doing some things to her that make her look unique. But we'll talk about that in some upcoming videos. Okay, here we are, under Judy. Let me show you what we're dealing with. All right, so this is the connection. Now this is the one that, I have all of these bolts down as tight as I can get them. There's 3 of them, and there's still a gap in the flange between these two. So we're gonna have to get creative with how we put this thing together. And by that, I mean some Permatex Ultra Copper. This is maximum temperature gasket maker. Hopefully this stuff will hold up in that gap that is down underneath Judy. So I'm going to get this thing out of the tube here, and then we're going to pry open that flange just a little bit, and then we're going to lay a good thick bead of this stuff in there, and then probably let it tack up a little bit, and then we'll clamp everything back down, hopefully before it rains. All right, you saw we got that on there. It's pouring rain outside right now, but I'm supposed to leave that for about 12 to 24 hours before I crank down on it and tighten it up. So tomorrow morning, I'll get out there and we'll tighten that up, and it should be fine. I would hope. I was very liberal with that gasket maker. So because of the rain, I wanted to work a little more on Judy, but because of the rain, we're going to be delayed on that sense. So we can do a little bit on Dodgey, and I have some parts that we can put on the car right now. I'm not sure if you guys remember probably a couple months ago now, I was showing you guys some of the fuel filters that we have. So these are from Evil Energy. I got fuel filters and mounting brackets and all of the fittings. So there's these come with -6, -8, and -10. We're obviously going to go -10. We have, these are 100 micron filters. So one for post, one for pre-pump. So one of these, we're going to go direct into the pump, and the other one we'll put it after the pump and locate it somewhere downstream heading towards the motor. So I'm going to crack the garage door, get some light down there, and we'll get started putting these things on the bottom of the car. So here's the fuel pump we've installed. Here's the problem. When I put this, which is what I want to do, I want to run the fuel filter directly into the pump, because that just saves me a line that I have to make, and you know, all the fittings and the line and everything. But when I put this here, there's a good 3/8 of an inch gap between the bottom side of the mount here and the bottom side of this old fuel cell. So I'm going to put like a nut in there as a spacer to bring this thing down so that it's in line with the pump, and then the thread should just run right in. So I'm going to do that right now. A little silicone spray on the inside of this. butter. Ooh, what a difference that makes. All right, so the fuel will come down off of here. The line will come back and then into this fuel filter here, through the pump, and then we'll turn another 90 and have it run its way out towards the front of the car. So I'm thinking the next filter we're gonna put probably here. Or maybe here. Further away makes more sense. That way we can don't have to put so much tension on the line. And there we have our two fuel filters mounted. So with some AN lines, 90 degree, -10, and a couple straights, we should be able to put all the fuel lines to this and then be able to run them up to the front. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode. I know we didn't get done as much as I wanted to on Judy. Unfortunately, with the rain, I can't diagnose electrical problems in the rain. At least I'd like to try not to. It was good, though, to be able to do some work on Dodgey, which we haven't done in the last couple of weeks, putting on some fuel filters. And all we really need now is some AN lines to tie those all together and run the line to the front. And, gosh, other than the fuel injectors, rail, and regulator, that's the fuel system done. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end, and I want to say thank you to everyone who played in the trivia last week. There was a lot more people than usual, and a lot of good answers. So the question for last week's How Fast Trivia is, when did a car first exceed 100 miles per hour? Your options were A, 1900, B, 1908, C, 1912, or D, 1904, and the correct answer was 1904. So congratulations to everyone who got the correct answer on last week's How Fast Trivia. So for this week, I have a question. We're going back to the supercars. So the question for this week's How Fast Trivia is, what is the significance of 40 in the name of Ford's race car, the GT40? Your options are A, the car was 40 inches wide. B, the only 40 examples were made. C, the car was launched in 1940, or D, the car was 40 inches high. I look forward to hearing you guys' comments and questions. If you want to get in touch with me, you catch me at howfast10@gmail.com. You can get me on Instagram at how__fast. You can catch me on TikTok at howfast1, or you can get me at howfast.ca. Pick yourself up a t-shirt or a vinyl or a sticker. Help support the build, help support the channel. I will catch up with you guys next time. Find out how fast we can make this car go.